Just when everyone was learning how to stop overthinking, deep divers, COVID-19 comes along. Oh no, yeah, that's right. And COVID-19 was like, you are always going to think of me. I'm always going to be in the back of your mind. When people walk around, you are going to be reminded of me. You can't escape from me. When you're in lockdown and in curfews, you're going to think of me. I'm going to be the reason for it. Ha ha ha. Oh no, what are we going to do? Don't worry. The cat down the road has come along to save the day. I learned this about overthinking, deep divers. When you change one area of your life, all other areas change. It's that simple. But when you overthink about one area of your life, all other areas are blown out of proportion. And this is why a lot of people find it hard to stop overthinking, because everything is blown out of proportion and now you feel overwhelmed. So, to stop overthinking, just focus on making one area of your life right. That's all. And then all other areas of your life will fall into place. Look, you've stopped overthinking. Look at you go. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers. We are out here in nature, baby. These sunflowers are part of the family, deep divers, okay? I'm just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby, sending you tons of sunflowers. You want some? You want some? Okay, take that. Deep divers, I'm just raising the frequency, raising the vibration. How I stopped overthinking. Deep divers, let's face it, a lot of us on the planet, we've got a lot to deal with mentally. Like, 2020 is crazy. 2021 is crazy. 2022 is crazy, right? It seems like there are a lot of things going on the planet which are making us overthink. What could that be? Oh yeah, I know. This huge pandemic, COVID-19, right? It's made a lot of people scared, terrified. It's made a lot of people feel uneasy. It's given a lot of people problems they didn't even have to begin with, right? It's not only COVID though. It's not only COVID-19. A lot of people are overthinking about relationships, overthinking about the way they look, overthinking about college, school, overthinking about not having enough money, overthinking about their life, their purpose, overthinking about so many things. Oh my gosh. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? So wonderful deep divers, let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. How I stopped overthinking. Now, look, overthinking gets a bad rap in society. Stop overthinking. Stop overthinking. No. You are overthinking for a reason, and you have to acknowledge that reason. You have to honor. You have to honor that. You have to respect that because it's happening for a reason. Okay? So don't just try and sweep overthinking under the carpet. You are overthinking because there is an underlying issue that you know you have to deal with. You can run, but you can't hide forever. When I was overthinking about, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do about my life? It was because I had to do something about my life. I always say move into action. Anytime you are overthinking, you are creating problems you didn't even have in the first place. What? Slow motion this side. It's like you were overthinking about that, and now you get this and that problem and this problem and that problem. So you begin overthinking and ruminating about things which weren't there to begin with. Everything just multiplies and is blown out of proportion. Oh my gosh, right? Let me tell you this. Prepare and you won't have to overthink. What? Slow motion this side. You see, it's the harvest right now. I'm living my best life, deep divers, rocking the sunflowers, because I did something today that my future self will thank me for. I don't have to overthink because I already laid down the foundation. What? Prepare so you don't have to overthink. A lot of people are like, Ralph, I have to prepare for this. COVID-19, I got to get off the grid. I'm like, yeah, you better prepare. Okay? And the more you prepare, you won't have to overthink. So take the steps right now to only change one area of your life. It could be to wake up earlier, 4 o'clock, go for a run, get active, start moving your body. Your body is the subconscious mind. So you have to learn that. You have to realize that you want to move your body. Do some yoga with a cat down the road, baby. Okay? Let me tell you this, deep divers. Instead of bashing your overthinking, because that only makes you overthink even more. Now you're mad at yourself for overthinking. Now you're thinking about that. Oh my gosh, right? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Start loving yourself right now. Start saying it's okay to overthink. I love you overthinking. Start really loving your overthinking, right? Now overthinking gets confused and just relaxes. Instead of bashing your overthinking, realize there is a message in your overthinking. How I stopped overthinking, plain and simple, deep divers, was to learn how to accept myself and love myself, even the undesirable aspects of myself, my flaws, my imperfections. I had to learn how to love all of that. Okay? And when you can love your flaws, when you can love the so-called worst parts of yourself, you are comfortable in your own skin. You accept you, the whole you, and nothing but all of you. That's how I stopped overthinking, to say, hey, Ralph, you didn't come here to be perfect. You came here to be real. What? Slow motion this side. That's why a lot of people are overthinking. They are trying to be perfect in an imperfect world. Look at the state of the world. Everyone's got a face mask on. Everyone's afraid of COVID-19 except deep divers and chosen ones. But it's like a circus out here, okay? You didn't come here to be perfect. You came here to be real, okay? How I stop overthinking is to get it off my chest. Speak your truth, even if your voice shakes, deep divers. Like, I've said so much about how I feel about what is going on the planet with this COVID-19, like they're taking away your freedom. I can sleep real good at night. I'm not thinking about that because I've said it already. So learn how to express your emotions instead of suppressing your emotions. Remind yourself every single day you have the outer, what's going on, what's going on out there, okay, with news and entertainment. And you have the inner, what's going on in here. A lot of people, as soon as they wake up, they check out. Me, I check in. Okay, I say, what's going on with Ralph Smart today inside here? Let me meditate. Let me calm my mind. Let me go for a walk in nature. We become like our environment. So a lot of our thoughts aren't even our own. What? That's right. A lot of our thoughts are the media's thoughts, are politicians' thoughts, our society's thoughts. They are not our thoughts. How I learned to stop overthinking was to differentiate between what I was thinking and what they are thinking. So long as the outer governs the inner, you will always be overthinking about shit that ain't got nothing to do with you, right? But so long as the inner is more powerful than the outer will always be under control. Everything outside there is a reflection of what is taking place in your mind. That's why it's so important to occupy your mind. Don't occupy someone else's mind. Don't occupy what's going on out there. Occupy yourself. That's how I stopped overthinking, to spend time with me. Like a lot of us, we're always spending time out there checking news stories that are fake and what's going on here with the news and the politics. We forget about ourselves. Like every single day I wake up, take some lemon water and just sit with myself. Like sit with yourself, deep divers. That's how I stopped overthinking. And you're probably going to have a lot of crazy ass thoughts when you sit with yourself. But the more you sit with yourself, the more you get comfortable with who you are. You accept who you are. A lot of us, I said this, deep divers, the human being is on the run from itself. What? Slow motion this side. Do you know, deep divers, like, I love people, but I spend a lot of time alone because I know what people are like, right? When I was with a lot of people growing up, I would be overthinking. When I learned how to embrace me, how to be alone, I stopped overthinking because I came to the realization I'm good enough. I accept me for me. I'm going to be myself unapologetically, baby. Let me tell you this. If you are overthinking, it's valid because there is a lot of crazy ass shit going on the planet right now. But don't be controlled by your thoughts, because you are not your thoughts. You are the observer. When I realized that, hey, don't worry, it's not that bad. None of us, maybe the cat down the road, deep divers, but none of us are going to get out of here alive. It's just a ride. Loosen up. It's not that serious. A lot of our overthinking comes because we're trying to fit in. And like the great Krishnamurti said, it's no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. You want to fit into this? Into lockdown, face masks, microchips up your ass? You want to fit into that? Absolutely not. I'd rather live in my own world. And I don't have to overthink about that crazy ass world. Loosen up. Cheers, mate. I always say this, okay? This is how I stopped overthinking. Cheers, mate. I used to overthink, like, what do they think of me? Am I saying this right? Am I living right? Have I got a nice car? Am I living somewhere good? I used to think about what they were thinking of me. I was doing their job. And they're like, cheers, mate. It's no longer cheers, mate, because I'm not thinking for you. I don't know what you're thinking, but it ain't got nothing to do with me. It's none of your business. That's how I stopped overthinking. It's none of your business. Mind your business. Focus on yourself. What anybody thinks of you, spoiler alert, is not who you really are. It's just their perception of who you are, their projection based on their own experiences. So don't worry about what people think. Like, they change what they feel about you from day to day. First they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again. They can't make up their mind. You have to make up your mind about how you feel about yourself, because that's the only thing that matters. Deep divers, I'm excited today. How I stopped overthinking. Every single day I realize that my thoughts are choices. My thoughts are choices. Your thoughts are choices. Now, you wake up. You can think about how bad the world is. Or you can think about making the world a better place. Which thought is most empowering? Because if you are thinking about how bad the world is, you're part of the problem. But if you are thinking about some solutions about what you can do about it, you're part of the solution. And now you're so busy in helping the planet. You're so busy in bringing harmony, prosperity, good vibes to planet Earth. You don't have time to overthink because you're not just focusing on what is not working. You're focusing on what can work. You're doing something about it. No more freeze frame. You're like, hey, and action. And action. That's how your life has to be. And action. Life is not a spectator sport. It's something that you have to be involved with. That's how I stopped overthinking. I'm like, hey, I got stuff to do. I don't know what that is, but I got stuff to do. Oh yeah, I got to help the planet. You're overthinking because you're not living your purpose yet, and that's okay. You got a lot of time on your hands. In that same time you were overthinking, just imagine how much you could have done. I always say this to myself, Ralph. Anytime you are overthinking and now it's getting annoying, that is stealing a moment of happiness. That's stealing a moment of productivity. That is taking precious time off your life. For what? For what? In that same time you were overthinking, you could have done a whole lot. A whole lot. A whole lot. Realize overthinking can sometimes be the greatest energy vampire. If you are overthinking and it's not nourishing your soul, it's stealing the life force off you. That's how the media control you in this matrix. They give you fear with COVID-19 to make you overthink that the boogeyman is coming to get you. When in actuality, there's nothing to be afraid of. My overthinking stopped, deep divers, when I let go of fear. People are like, Ralph, be safe. I'm like, don't put your fear over here. I'm already safe. I'm already protected by the universe. The universe has got my back. I don't have to think about what's happening. I'm already good, right? Realize that you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be worried. You have to be connected. That's how I stopped overthinking. Experience the beauty of life in the here and now. Absorb yourself in the present moment. You're caught up. I know you screwed up last week and today and just now. Don't worry about it. We all do. I've made mistakes, deep divers. I've done things I'm not proud of, but I'm not going to bash myself about it. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm going to love myself and say, okay, I'm still evolving. To stop overthinking, learn how to forgive yourself. To realize that you can be the masterpiece and the work in progress at the same time. I stopped overthinking when I learned how to give myself a break to say, Ralph, you're doing better than you think. Really? Yes. Really? Yes. Thank you. Oh, I can enjoy life right now. Yes, you can, deep divers. Give yourself more credit for everything that you are, everything that you're becoming. Stop holding the past against yourself. I know you screwed people over. So what? They also screwed you over. Now it's time to make it right. I know you were lazy back in the day. Now it's time to make it right. I know you used to just watch the television every single day and just drink soda on the sofa. Now it's time to make it right. So I always say 7-day vegan challenge. I hold a party every single day as soon as I wake up. And I just say, hey, thank you, sun. I sun gaze, okay? I actually eat the sun. Because that's what it's all about right now. I'm living on that vitamin D, baby. From the sun, I'm just sun gazing, getting all of those nutrients, okay? And I say thank you. When I'm sun gazing, I'm having a total connection with one of the most powerful forces on the planet. Total purity. I feel my whole body bathing in this beautiful light. All of my worries just disappearing. The problems I thought I have, I realized they were just, I start laughing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I was worrying about that. Because that's what happens when you are in the presence of the sun. Or even if you're drinking a delicious green smoothie, you just say, oh, this tastes so good. All of those problems don't even matter. But if you are eating trash food, oh, that will make you think of trash. McDonald's, right? There's a woman who actually had a McDonald's burger for over 24 years. She pulled it out and the burger hadn't changed. Goodness gracious, what are you eating? It's definitely not food, right? So plant-based, that's how I stopped to overthink. Let me tell you this, deep divers. Every single day, remind yourself, your thoughts can be your friends or they can be your enemies. Make peace with yourself every single day. And that will help you to stop overthinking. Remind yourself, your greatest friend and enemy lies within you. You don't want to be at war. You don't want to be at war with yourself. You want to be your best friend. So even when life isn't going the way you want, say, hey, don't worry. Tomorrow will make it better. Today we'll make it better, in fact, because we'll just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Beautiful deep divers. I'm just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Oh, you love the sunflowers? So do I, okay? I love all of you deep divers. Shout out to everybody who's been getting the amazing good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes. Kit yourself out. Kit yourself out, deep divers. And if you are a sexy ass model, with a whole lot of heart, who wants to model the clothing, well, buy some. Show me what you got, right? Got a question for me, deep divers? Add me on the verified Instagram page at official Ralph Smart and Facebook at Ralph Smart at Infinite Waters. Check out the new book, Deep Divers, for more powerful, uplifting information about how to stop overthinking, okay? Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the-book. Deep Divers, your mind is a magnet. It can bring you whatever you want. But it's all about what's in your mind, which determines what you will attract. Have a beautiful day. Peace. Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You! Let your mind be still, my child. Let your mind be still. Breathe in that good ass prana, baby. And let the thoughts fade away. Have a beautiful day. Peace.